welcome. This is Scott Freedman from Monitor for Hire. Monitor for Hire is a global resource management tool. We're internet-based. We have the ability to find monitors based on therapeutic experience, location, availability, and language skill, and can drop a team of monitors on the ground anywhere in the world in about 24 to 48 hours. We currently have over 5,000 monitors in 60 countries that are registered with us. And today I'm going to talk about our annual monitor survey. We have been conducting this survey since 2001, where we've been querying the monitors regarding their experiences with the changes in technology, the changes in tools, and really the view from the freelancer's perspective, the independent monitor's perspective from the site. The objectives of the study, again, we're querying them on their experience and impressions with EDC, their likelihood to recommend, the challenges that they're experiencing. We also want to understand some of the other study services that they're working with and some of the challenges that they're facing on site. We've taken the opportunity, since we've been conducting this survey for a number of years, of comparing our results and noting some trends over the years. Particularly over the past 2 years, we've been focusing in on risk-based monitoring and understanding a little bit more about what the priorities are that the monitors have been spending their time on site. The survey is typically a 20-question survey. Last year it was administered to nearly 4,000 monitors in over 60 countries. We received about a 10% response rate. In terms of the respondent profile, it's fairly reflective of the database of monitors that we have. The majority of the respondents to this particular survey had over 10 years of experience. The average characteristics of the monitors registered with us average about 14 years of experience. There's a minimum requirement of 2 years of documented field monitoring experience. We do have a number of monitors that we're working with 20, 25 years plus of experience. In terms of regional locations, this year's survey, over 60% of the monitors that responded to the survey were based in the U.S. A wide, just varying regions across the United States. And in terms of international participation, we had nearly 40% came from outside the U.S. We had about 145 monitors from 45 countries that participated. In 2012, 24% of the respondents were internationally based. Our fastest growing segment of registrants are monitors based outside the U.S. And again, we currently have monitors registered in 60 countries that are part of the network. In terms of clinical trial use of services, we've been querying the monitors specifically on what other services are being used on the trials that they're working on. You know, certainly over 90% have been working with EDC. There's a variety of other services that they are working with while they're working on site with the studies. And we've certainly seen the increase over the past 13, 14 years that we've been doing this survey of the increased use and penetration of EDC, first starting with the later phases in the large trials, but now certainly well used in the early phases of studies. The next area that we query on an annual basis is to ask monitors what their perception is of EDC. And in 2001, when we first started and the technology was relatively young, monitors were really on the fence about EDC. It was still a relatively new tool. There were still some of the kinks to be worked out. Certainly, here we are 13 years later. The technology has improved. Overwhelmingly positive responses in terms of their personal opinions of EDC systems. On the other hand, it's still, comments from other monitors, from colleagues, still 50-50. I think it's a little easier to knock something in a conversation. However, personally, most of the monitors that we query are having very positive impressions of EDC.